Hey guys, welcome back to Wild Tracks. I'm once again do a stealth camp in a small natural reserve. This time we at beautiful Palm Beach. Palm Beach is a very popular area for walking. Most people, they go up the lighthouse just here on those cliffs, and we're gonna camp the night here. The two distinctive sides to this rocky outcrop. The side to the right was affected by bushfires a few years ago, and as a result there's not much big vegetation. There's a small scrub which is great for the views, and we will go there first in a moment. But where we're going to stay is the area left from the lighthouse. That was not as much affected, and it has some bigger trees as well, and that's where we're going to camp tonight. Before we're heading up to this nature reserve, we're going to have a little dip in the water. Well, the water is absolutely beautiful, just the right temperature. I'm going to get my gear, and then slowly we're going to walk up towards the lighthouse. So I'm crossing this sand dune over here. Gets me to a trail that leads all the way up to the lighthouse. You can see already the views are opening up with a few meters of elevation. Yeah, it's an absolute fantastic spot over here. This is pretty cool. We're going down here in a gully, and then we're picking up the trail on the other side. Wow, I do not remember it to be overgrown like this. Here we are on the trail. And have a look at this view. So I'm here at the lighthouse, pretty much the highest point in this reserve. Quite a few walkers around, but not as busy as I expected it would be. Here is the little lighthouse. As I mentioned, there are two distinctive sides to this top area. Here behind me, which way we will go in a moment, was affected by bushfires a few years ago. A lot of scrub has been burned off, which means obviously that, yeah, you have better views. The side here to my left, which we will go later, that's not as much affected. Then you have more vegetation, larger trees, and that's where we'll be going. If you're following my channel, you may have seen the video of my stealth camp near Manly, under that rock ledge. That was well, it was fun in a way, but my Bivvy failed. It wasn't as waterproof as I thought it was. This time I brought my test Bivvy, which should do the job. There's no rain forecasted in this area, so we should be good. Temperature wise, so it is about 24 degrees today, Celsius it is, and goes as low as around 16 degrees Celsius at night. Still very nice temperatures. And again, I didn't brought my sleeping bag, just some long warm clothes, and that should keep me warm during the night. Views are getting better. Look at this. You can see this unique shape. You've got these two kind of beaches. One has a surf, the other side doesn't, just for orientation. Sydney is that way. As I mentioned, it's about, I don't know, a good 40, maybe 30-40 kilometers south. As you can see, we're still very close to the lighthouse. So we do a bit of sightseeing here. I'm probably going to sit down somewhere and kill some time. Similar as my previous video, I want to kill some time and only set up camp a little later. There are some really cool rock formations on that side, so we're probably going to have a look there. Find a good spot for camp. It's here. Would it be a bad spot for camp? Have a look. So again, that's the beach where I was in the beginning. I cut across the sand dune over there and picked up the trail up to the lighthouse. Alright, that looks like a nice spot for a bit of lunch. That's one of the many awesome spots here on those rocks. Nice little shallow cave here, which would be sufficient for a night. It's obviously not big, but it's probably just big enough for me to stay the night. So maybe we're staying here. I'm going to do a bit of a measure to see if I fit, and we may well stay the night here. I think we can make it work. So it's about 4:30 p.m. and again my strategy is to hold off for a couple of hours before I set up camp proper. Set up camp basically means rolling out my bivvy, which will be over there, nice sheltered. Now, I mentioned the forecast was no rain, but I do see some clouds forming. But in case we're getting some rain, that should provide some good protection. Dinner kept it simple. Brought some pasta, but for tomorrow morning I'm going to make some pancakes. See if that's going to work. So I'm exploring this ridge line a little bit. As you can see, we're very close to the lighthouse. I'm not sure if the lighthouse is still in operation and if the light will be on tonight, but we'll find out soon. Interesting to see what the weather's going to do. So on the east side we've got lovely skies. On the west side a little bit less. Hello. So I bought my test Bivvy bag, 2 aluminium poles to create a hood. It's a little big for the area, but it should just work, I hope. And last but definitely not least, my pillow There's a good use out of this one. And this is it. So, as I mentioned earlier, I didn't brought my sleeping bag. I'm going to use the long pants. Alright, Bivvy set up. Alright, we got an answer to the lighthouse. It's still in operation. Good morning. I don't got the sunrise I was hoping for, but still pretty nice. Not much of wind, there's a little breeze, but it's overcast. Alright, I just packed away my Bivvy. Gonna make some brekkie. Gonna try to make some pancakes. So I brought some flour. I mix a little bit of sugar in it. I don't have a topping, so I put a bit of sugar. I don't have milk, so I'm gonna use water instead. I do have an egg. Let's see if it's not broken. Here's my egg. Right. Yeah, that's more like it. Alright, let's see if this is going to work. A little bit of oil. A pancake of sorts, sticking a little bit. Who's first? Tastes alright. Alright, so we're going back to the lighthouse and then we'll continue to the left hand side, which is the area was not affected by the bushfires as much as the side I'm being at the moment. And there are some cool rock formations there, so let's have a look. I'm at the north side of the lighthouse. Slightly different views, but still a lot of water. There's the central coast, Gosford. Quite a nice spot here. You're nicely centered between the two beaches. So the trail goes over there, takes you back to that beach there. And I'm going to stay a bit higher, try to follow the rock over here to the western end of this. Quite a nice point here. You see the lighthouse. How awesome is this? All those beautiful rock features. That is actually the section I initially intended to go. You see there are some rocky outcrops there. It's the very end, the western side of this natural reserve. Very secluded. Pretty much no walkers go over there. They all staying in the side we just came from. Pretty cool. And you can do some abseiling there, some rock climbing. I believe there are some pre-drilled anchor points. Alright, let's have a look at that beautiful rock. The rock here is very grippy. We're almost at the end. The sun is coming out beautifully, so I'm gonna walk down to the beach here on the western side, on the right hand side, and then it's an easy stroll back to the main road. It's a bit of a scramble and bush bash to get down here. So I came from there and on my way there. But the trail should be just about 100 meters in that direction. Well, it's not the easiest route. Well guys, that wraps up this awesome overnighter here on Palm Beach in that magnificent nature reserve. Really enjoyed it. I hope you liked it too. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It would be fantastic to have you as a subscriber so we can grow this channel. And I hope to see you next time. Ciao.